Good morning, friends. Welcome back to Country Wife Mommy Life. As you can see, it is 5:24 on a Monday morning, and I am showing you the current state of my home this particular Monday morning. You can see the living room is pretty much destroyed, and we're going to pan into the dining room here. There's stuff all over the floor. The dining room is just a mess. We had a very busy Sunday the night before, and we did not clean up. Sometimes we don't do that. Sometimes we'll spend some time with my husband before he goes to work. And on this particular Sunday night, we didn't clean anything up. So this is the honest state of the kitchen on that Monday morning. So we're going to take some time here to get it all cleaned up. I've got my little buddy with me down here on the floor. He woke up nice and early. So we're going to start with getting it all tidied up. I'm going to start here in the bathroom. When we redid our chores for the summer, I took back over the bathroom. So I'm just getting the laundry out of the way, and I'm getting out my paper towels and my vinegar spray. And I'm going to simply spray down the entire sink area and get all that wiped down. We do try to clean the bathroom on a daily basis, not deep clean, but we do wipe down the sink and the toilet every day. We have one bathroom in our old farmhouse, and we currently have 7 boys using it, and as you can imagine, the toilet gets dirty rather quickly. So we do make sure to wipe this down every day. We do not have a utility sink, so this bathroom sink is the main sink that everybody uses to wash their hands, and it gets dirty very quickly. So getting that wiped down really quickly and putting everything back where it belongs. This particular Monday was quite interesting. I decided I was going to get quite a bit cleaned up before the kids got up. Usually they get up around 7 o'clock, and we get my husband out the door to work, and we go about our day. On this particular day, I thought, well, I'll just get up, since the baby was up, I thought I would get up early and get a lot of it cleaned up and tidied up so that we didn't have to do that after breakfast. We could just go about our day and work on some other projects and not have to worry about tidying up. So tidying up doesn't typically take too long. I will empty the trash here, as you can see. And once that's done, I put everything back. And now I'm going to get a load of laundry started. This will be one of many loads that my goal is to get done today. But we're going to start with just putting some soap in the dispenser. I dumped the laundry in there. My vinegar is out. I use that for a bleach replacement. I will put vinegar in the bleach placement area, and I will use that in place of bleach for most of my clothes. It kind of acts as a fabric softener. And now it's 6:26, and I'm going to get breakfast started. I clear a space off of my island before I can even begin this process. So after I put the laundry in, I had actually started to make some breakfast, and then I heard a notification go off on my phone. And I went over to check it and realized that my bank sent me a notification of a possible fraud alert. So I went upstairs and I talked to my husband about it, and because he was upstairs working on some bills at this point on the computer, and I was talking with him about it, and he said that he hadn't purchased anything. So thus began about an hour-long investigation into what it was that was going on, and we had to call our bank and get my card canceled, and it was a whole thing. So I'm finishing up breakfast at this point. I had to go downstairs and get a gallon of milk, which is what you see there. So we're going to use the new gallon of milk to finish up this breakfast. And I decided to go ahead and make my blueberry muffin recipe. And in place of the blueberries, I'm actually going to open that jar of apple pie filling. I'm going to dump that in there and make just some apple muffins instead. It's a pretty versatile recipe, and I really enjoy it, and one of these days I'll get that uploaded here for you. But we're going to get that all stirred up, and instead of putting it into a muffin pan, I believe what I did on this day is I simply got either a 9x13 or a 10x14. I'm not sure which one let's see what I grabbed there. I got a big 10x14 pan out, and I'm going to spray that real quick. And this actually works very, very well. It kind of makes it more cake-like, but it is actually a muffin recipe. So instead of doing individual muffins, I'm just going to put this into the oven for about 30 to 45 minutes, and it saves me a little bit of time doing all of the muffin cups, and I can just put this in the oven and it'll bake while we work on some other things. So breakfast is in the oven. My kiddos are getting up there. They're helping to get Daddy out the door. They like to get Daddy his drink and his snacks that he likes to take for work. It is now 7:03. All right, we're going to see if breakfast is done here. Oh, that looks good, but I think it needs just a little bit longer. All right, we just pulled breakfast out of the oven. 7:56. We usually try to eat around 8. So we are going to let this cool for just a couple of moments. I still need to get, well, the kids need to help me, but we're going to get this table cleared off and cleaned up, and we'll sit down and have breakfast.
Ow! Ow! It's okay. What do I...
So I do eventually have my children come and help me, but, well, I can put... While I begin clearing off the table here, I do have some other children who are doing some different chores. We have some kitty chores, and they do their morning chores during this time before breakfast. My kids will get dressed and make their beds. Usually we have dishes to put away from the night before, so I have a few children working on that. And eventually one of my other children will come in and help me get this table cleared and set up for breakfast. He's going to pull some plates out of the cupboard here for me, and he's going to work on getting the table set while I finish clearing it off from the night before. we've got a little character here who thought it would be funny to put his hand in front of the camera when Mommy wasn't looking. So my little guy there is going to help me finish up. I threw something into the living room to be thrown in the dirty laundry. And my little guy is hanging out there. He's supposed to be putting silverware away. I think he finished that particular job. And then they will start to gather around the table so that we can eat our delicious apple muffin, I guess I'll call it cake, but it's not cake, apple muffin recipe. So I'm getting everybody some tea there, and my little guy's doing a happy dance. Now that breakfast is over, you can see somebody has already done the breakfast dishes. They loaded up the top rack there from breakfast. And now I'm going to come through and begin working on some of the rest of these dishes while they go outside for a little while. On this particular day, it was nice and cool outside, so they're going to just spend some time outside this morning while I get this mess cleaned up. You'll notice children coming and going. They have been in and out and in and out, and my oldest son has actually requested to not be in any of the videos. So you'll see a lot of cuts throughout this time because they were coming in and out, and he just, the way I had the camera positioned, it catches sight of the back door there, and he decided he didn't want his face in the video. So I went ahead and cut out quite a bit of time here. Just readjusting some dishes here so that I can finish this task up. Got the dishwasher soap loaded up in there, and it is now running. Yay! We have our first load of dishes going. And I can't find my towel. Story of my life. There's never a towel when I need one. Anybody else relate to that? It's 3:07 in the afternoon. And I feel like I have not done or made much improvement since this morning. We still have the big pile of dishes here. We still have the mess on the island. And yeah, the dishwasher has been run once. I did run that this morning, and it is now in the process of being loaded with all of the lunch dishes. But in between when I started this morning and now, I have to wash that baby seat because the baby had a massive blowout. And yeah, that needs to be washed. So I don't feel like a lot of progress has been made, although a lot of life has been lived since 5:30 this morning. So the baby is down for a nap, and I'm going to see if I can tackle some more of this. Some laundry has been done. 2 meals have been completely made. I mean, things have been shuffled, but it's time to finish this disastrous mess. So let's see what happens. So I mentioned a lot of life had been lived. I had to go to the bank because I mentioned that my card had to be canceled because of the fraud alert that I had received that morning. So I don't know whether somebody typed in their number wrong or what, but somebody tried to order a couple $100 worth of canvas art off of a canvas website. I don't know. It was a little strange. So I had to make a trip into town to my bank to see if I could get a new card printed for me. They very graciously printed one. So that was a blessing to just have that done so quickly. The baby had struggled to nap that day, and I mentioned the massive blowout. Yeah, it was just a rough day. I can't remember what else happened that day, but I do know I had to go into town and take care of the card. The baby just was not napping very well. It was a day I planned to just go through this kitchen and get it all tidied up, and yeah, things just did not go the way I wanted them to go. So that's okay. We readjust and we move on anyway, and we work with what we have. So we're going to load up the dishwasher here yet again. I did get quite a bit of laundry done on this day. It did not get folded at all, but it did get clean. And so that was, I mean, at least it was clean and people had clothes to wear. So we're going to get this dishwasher loaded up again, get it running before it's time to make dinner and make more of a dish mess. I'm doing a little bit more shuffling here, got my canning pot out of the way, and just working on trying to find some dishes that will fit in the little bit of space that is left there in the dishwasher. And as you can see, I hung back up a towel that had disappeared again. So, always looking for towels. They end up getting laid all over the house, even though I really, really want them to be here in the kitchen. And now I'm putting soap in it for the second time today, and the dishwasher is now running for the second time. Okay, progress has been made. Here is the final result of this. We got the kitchen floor swept up. The island is completely cleaned off. I did enlist the help of my kids, and we just kind of blew through that real quickly. The sink area is cleaned out. There are still dishes in the sink because I had to make dinner. And actually, I think dinner is in the oven there as I'm filming this, and I've got a timer going for whatever we made. And yeah, we got the stove cleaned, the counter wiped off, breakfast leftovers put away. There's still some boots on the floor, but somebody can grab those. But the entire kitchen got cleaned up, and I am very, very thankful.